In this video, we're going to talk about shapes, inserting them, formatting them. A lot of the options, we can't go over all of them. We don't have that kind of time. But let's go ahead. One of the things I'd like you to do is play around with these in the documents. Be creative on the submissions that you make, especially with the shapes and the images. I really like that, and I think you're really going to enjoy what you can do with these shapes and images. So to insert a shape, we come here to the Insert tab, and in the Illustrations group, we have shapes, and there's quite a few of them. We've got arrows and lines. These are the ones I've used recently, but you can see there's quite a host of them. There are things we can free draw, that kind of thing. Let's go ahead and insert an arrow. And you can see my cursor turns into a cross. And when I start dragging, I start up here and I drag down to the right. If I did that, I've also got this quick insert shape over here. I can start it this way. That's a left arrow. If I want to, I can turn that over to make it a right arrow, or excuse me, arrow that points left, excuse me. So those are some things we can do. Now, in this shape format ribbon, there are a ton of things that you can do as far as formatting the shape and the way in its appearance. The blue that it chose for the shape is based on the theme that we have, as I mentioned in my theme video. If we come here to the Design tab, Themes, I'm on the Office theme, and if I change the theme, you can see it changes the color of the arrow. So if I come back here to the Shape Format tab, I can use these shape styles, theme styles right here that are available because of the theme that I've chosen. I can also format my arrow using these options over here. And I've got these effects. The effects are one of my favorite things for both shapes and images that you insert. So let me move this. Let me show you a couple other things first. I'm going to move that down there. There's a nifty little trick you can use when you're trying to draw multiple shapes. Come up here to the Insert tab and Shapes. And let's say I want to continue drawing arrows. Notice I have a left and right here. I can right click on the shape and I can lock the drawing mode. And I can keep drawing shapes until I hit the escape button. Then I have a bunch of shapes. Let's talk a little bit more about some of the things that we can do. Let's look at the outline a little bit more. Let's say I wanted to make it thicker. I don't really care for the color all that much. I want it red maybe. And then look at the way that you can affect the outline, making it look more hand-drawn. Let's say I liked the way that looked. I could do a couple things. I could copy it, paste it several times, or if I've got different sized shapes and I just want to copy the format, I could come back to the Home tab and click the Format Painter, and I could do that. But then my Format Painter disappears. So another thing I could do is double-click the Format Painter, and it leaves it on, and I could do all my shapes again until I hit the Enter button or the Escape button. So let's look at another shape. Let's use the smiley face because it has some additional features. Again, I'm not really fond of the color. I'm going to use one of these. I think I like let's see. I will use this one. But I wanted to show you some of let me make these. I don't really care for that color either. Let's do that. And do a little heavier line. This is affecting the lines inside the face too. But then we've got these shape effects that I was getting to. There are a bunch of these. You can choose on a Windows PC. You can see the preview. As I hover over these, you can see what it's going to do. You got shadows, different shadows. You've got glows. Of course, you can't see my face right now because that's over it. You've got soft edges. which do their thing. Bevels are really cool. It gives you a 3D appearance. And then you've got these other 3D options here. So those are some of the options you have. You can, with these shapes, you can put text in them, and then you can format the text, of course, with different colors. And be very creative with your text. There we go. Then you have other options as far as grouping and aligning. So say I've got all my shapes in the place where I want them on the page, and I have to shift them either to the right, to the left, up, or down. Well, I could grab each one, or I could grab all of them. Let's see. Whoops. I'm going to hold the Shift key down and click on each one. And then I'm going to come here to the Shape Format tab ribbon again. And there is a group option. And that puts them all in a group. Now, when I move them, it moves the entire group. Some other things, of course, you've got the Ungroup option here. Some other things you can do, let's say I want to get that one out of the mix, and I want to align all of those to the left. Or I want to align them all centered, like so. So there's some options there. Let's say I've got this here, but I want the arrow on top. I can click the Bring Forward button. Bring to the front. Now the arrow's over the top of the face. So that's how shapes work and how you insert them and how you modify them and get creative. So I hope you enjoyed that. Enjoy this, and we'll talk next time.